Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. My name is Lakal. So today this is the weekly Bitcoin and all coins watch. So things are not looking good at the moment for Bitcoin. So let me share the chart. Uh, okay, I was just looking at SLP because it looks like it's kind of going up. Anyway, so let's look at Bitcoin right now. Yeah, so this is the 15 minutes chart, but um, on the shorter time frames it's looking good, on shorter time frames it doesn't mean for longer time frames it's uh, gonna be good. But let's look at the 4 hour chart first. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin. Yeah, so as you can see, we dropped to like 33,000, and then we bought, like we got into the market around this area, and then it pumped all the way up to 45, and since then we have seen like a bit of a sell-off. And right now it's same as what we've seen in this area, like there's a lot of extreme fear. And even if you look at the RSI in this area, dropped to like below 20, drop below like 20, like that's where there's like oversold levels. And recently we have seen it drop back down to these levels, and it's kind of like recovered from that area. It looks as if it's going to go higher. So two scenarios we can expect. Like still the people are still worried about what's going on in between Ukraine and Russia, right? But if they cease fire, and if they come into like some kind of agreement and say, "Oh, you're not going to go into war," or something like that, then the whole market, not just like the cryptocurrency market, traditional markets like Dow Jones, Nasdaq could pump in a massive way. And given that we are in oversold levels right now, and this would be like a perfect opportunity, right? So even right now things are uh, uh, not looking good, but for us it doesn't matter. Like we always DCA when we see Bitcoin comes down to these levels, right? Below 30, or like somewhere near this area. Like this is the 4 hour chart. Let me just go to 1 day chart. So yeah, when we are at these levels, right, we know it's a good time for us to accumulate for long term. And given that when the Bitcoin is down, you would see all coins got hammered, like in a massive way. That means we can also accumulate uh, all coins as well. So that's what's happening with RSI. So whenever we see extreme fear, we can keep on DCAing, right? It's not that we're gonna go all in. We accumulate for long term. So two scenarios can happen. If things are not going to be so bad between Russia and Ukraine, we might see like a pump back up to like 50K. And if that's what we were expecting when Bitcoin was at like 45K, so we've seen like another dump. So now there's like more chance, like more probability we would see higher prices towards like 50K. But in my last video, I made it clear. Yes, if we see like a capitulation event, like let's see, uh, they're going to have like there's a war breaks out, and then things are not looking good, then yes, we could capitulate. If that's the case, Bitcoin could drop back down to 30K. Worst come to us, it could even come to 20K. But looking at the short term frame, given that we were in oversold levels for so long, if there's if we're not gonna hear any bad news from Russia, then Bitcoin could pump right back up to like 50,000 or so. And if we are really lucky, if they really want to manipulate us, they might push it all the way back above like 69,000 towards like 75K or so. And uh, then we might see a bigger dump to like 35,000. So this is what they're saying at the moment. So some saying we could even go from here, get rejected, come back down, and then go above like 69 to up to like 75K or something, and then we see like a bigger correction. So unfortunately, what we according to what we're seeing right now, we are in a bear market. But as we know, if we've seen this, we've had a look at it like before. Even in bear markets, we've seen like the price goes up a lot higher and fluctuate up and down. So uh, the way to make money for us would be like buy it at when the market is oversold, and then when it goes up a lot higher, like about 50,000 or so, then we can sell and take some profit out. So it actually, I'm not going to act as if I know what's going to happen. It's really uncertain right now, so that's why we DCA. So it's always best for us to have some USDT or AUD aside, just in case if we see like a capitulation event, then we can get back in and then we can buy cheap Bitcoins and we can buy cheap altcoins. So be prepared. For me, what I'm going to say is 50-50, right? We cannot say exactly. It really depends on a lot of factors at the moment, and even there's a meeting, Fed meeting in mid-March or so. So if they aggressively increase interest rate, then the market will go down a lot higher. But having look at the if you look at the Nasdaq, we can see Nasdaq some tech stocks like got hammered. Some of them like down like crypto, like 70, 80%, 60, 70%, something like that. So maybe for elite it'll be like a really good opportunity for them to buy these tech stocks like at cheap levels, and then they'll pump it like up to like higher highs, and that could be the last pump for traditional markets and even for Bitcoin, and at the same time they might pump it back up to like 75k. So 50k first, and then if you're lucky, maybe 75k, it could happen. Worst case scenario, back to 30. If it breaks 30, then we could even go to like 20k. That's where the 200-day moving average. But given that I heard like a lot of people like a lot of bearishness in the market, and then most people are looking to buy cheap Bitcoins at 200 weekly moving average, which is somewhere near 20k. If that's the majority expect that, it might not happen. They might just we might see like a reversal, and then they might pump it back up higher. So it's 50-50. I cannot guarantee anything. You got to be very careful, and then as I always say, make sure have some USDT and also like be in crypto, because if it pumps, we can take some profit and get out of the market, like DCSL, right? And then if it goes lower, then it's still okay. We can buy back in and then have like a long-term perspective, 6 to 12 months. Like, let's say, whatever you buy right now, let's say, okay, I'm not going to sell it until 2023 February. Within that time period, if Bitcoin pumps so high, perfect, right? So that'll be really good. We can sell and we can take profits. So be prepared for anything to happen. It's kind of hard to navigate this market at the moment. As you can see, this is not an easy market. Like share market used to be a lot easier back in the day. Right now, we won't see like 50-60% corrections like for the share for the stocks. But this is the case for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from the beginning. We have seen like major corrections down to like 85%, and then since from there we have seen like 600, 700, 1,000% gains, right? So this is the way of the market. It's highly risky. So when you invest, make sure that you invest what you could afford to lose, because no one knows what's going to happen. But okay, so that's the summary for Bitcoin price action. So looking at all coins, all coins got hammered so much. So these are the coins. These are the coins that I hold at the moment. So ETH Bull, Ethereum Bull, BTC Bull. I add some BTC Bull and Ethereum Bull recently, and I also added SLP to my portfolio because we got some profit at the top, and then still, let's not forget, SLP is still 97%, 98% down. So if Bitcoin pumps to like 50,000, we need to see Bitcoin goes above 50-day moving average, and when it consolidate over there, we could see all coins like pump like in a massive way. So having a bit of all coins in your portfolio, in your diversified portfolio, also important. So let's look at SLP. Okay, let's go to like 4-hour chart or so. Yeah, so it looks like it's started going higher. Like it dropped back down to the 4-hour chart. It dropped back down to this 200 period moving average, and it was supported from there, and then it looks like it's going higher. We don't know, like it could go up there and could get rejected and come back down, but looking at where it's coming from all the way from 40, like 42 cents. So it has a long way to go up if it goes higher. So it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin just do something crazy that is not supposed to do, or because of tensions in Russia, if we see like a massive correction, then yes, unfortunately we'll see uh, these coins will drop even lower. But they are coming from oversold levels, right? So we can add some of them as well. Little bit of we can add SLP if you want to, right? Do your due diligence. Don't do anything because I say so. Even coins like Cont, like they're just coming from oversold levels as well. So this is holding up really well, QNT. So we could see, we can look at the daily chart. Yeah, so it's still is coming from like heavy fear, like from fear areas. Stochastic RSI looking good. So these coins could could go a lot higher. But make sure you always need to have some portion of your 50% of your portfolio should be in Bitcoin, another 30% in Ethereum. Then you can add all the other altcoins. And also don't forget metaverse tokens. These metaverse tokens could pump a lot higher. Hero is holding up really well. Like it did not drop so much, even though in this area it dropped to like about 6 cents, 5.5 cents or so. But since then it recovered a bit and it is showing a lot of strength at the moment. Hero, and then now I've seen Hero, you can buy it on CoinSpot. They added this coin on CoinSpot. So if you don't want to buy it on KuCoin, you can buy it on CoinSpot. This is AI. Yeah, it's oversold, still oversold, pretty cheap. Like it's these coins are really cheap at the moment. This is from Metaverse as well. Telcoin is also cheap, right? These coins are also cheap, but these coins might not pump straight away. Bitcoin is to go a lot higher and then stay there for some time. When it consolidate, you'll see Ethereum pumps, and then large cap, mid cap, then you'll see this small to micro cap pump. So yeah, so it's 50-50, right? And don't go all in DCA. That's the best way to go for it. So XRP is looking good as well. There's a lot of bullish news for XRP. So I've been holding XRP from the beginning, and I expect XRP to go a lot higher. We have to wait and see. So SLP, I just put an order, but it did not fill. Maybe I had to buy it at a higher price. So yeah, this is what happens, right? I mean, even still it's cheap, so let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll keep on pumping. I already have some, but I was expecting to buy. Okay, so that's that. Okay, do you guys have any questions? Kindly. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions, we can call today. If you missed the first bit, I'm gonna upload it to my YouTube channel, and then I'll share it in the group. Then you can watch what we discuss regards to Bitcoin. Okay, thank you all. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday. See you. Bye.